Okie dokie. Hello. So I'm just going to adjust my screen here just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So today, hi, I'm Katrina, and from the Green Room Pilates, but this is my home. And we're going to be using a ball. Okay. So a blue ball. I don't know, Dua, if you have one yet around the house, but you could also use like a cushion or something kind of smallish that you can put maybe between your knees and use for the same kind of feedback, but we are going to be using it to kind of roll up a little bit. Anyhow, let's get started. I also have like a towel that just to show you some modifications with that, but we're going to start sitting. Okay, and I'm going to grab my ball over here. So sitting, so when you're sitting, the more your knees are bent way up here, the more you're likely to grip in your hip joints, okay? Also, with straight knees, you might also have that tendency too. So I always kind of pick someplace in between. I'm anchoring my heels down, so I'm pushing down with my heels just to wake up my posterior chain, okay? And my spine is stacked, so I have my hips, my rib cage, my shoulders, my neck, and my head. I'm just gonna start with breathing flexed forward. So I've got the ball here. If you don't have one, you don't need to use one. We're gonna take a nice big inhale, feel the rib cage expand in 3 directions, front, side, and back. Exhale, I'm just gonna nod my chin slightly, and I'm gonna round my spine forward, move that ball forward, take a big inhale into my back. And then exhale, I'm gonna lengthen and stack back up again. All right, so again, so I'm inhaling, taking a nice big breath in through my nose. Exhaling, I'm just nodding my chin slightly and I'm rounding forward. So I'm letting my back kind of open up a little bit here. I'm relaxing my shoulders. I'm gonna hold, inhale. Exhale, I'm gonna lengthen and stack up. I'm pressing down into my feet. I'm gonna inhale, hold. As I come forward, I'm pushing my heels down here. I'm gonna hold, inhale, nice and big into the back. And exhale, lengthen and stack all the way up. So it's important, I'm gonna put the ball on the other side and do a twist. So it's important that when we're breathing in, that we're not going like this, right? We don't wanna overwork the neck and the muscles surrounding the shoulder blades. We really wanna put that breath deep into the lower lobes of the lungs, okay? So take a big inhale here. And exhale, just nod the chin. So this is just a little bit of rotation. You might feel this on your opposite side a little bit more. Take a big inhale here. Exhale and lengthen and stack, and we'll just do one more like that. So inhaling, exhale, just slight head nod, rounding the spine, flexing from tail to head. Hold, inhale here, and then we're gonna stack back up from tail to head, all the way up. Now we're gonna take it over to the other side. So inhaling here, so head to tail to go down, flexing. I'm gonna hold right here, take a big inhale. Keeping my shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm gonna lengthen and stack all the way up. I'm still pressing down with both feet here. I'm gonna do one more. So inhale here. Exhale, I roll that ball. I'm gonna hold here and inhale. And I'm gonna exhale and lengthen and stack all the way up. All right, I'm gonna reach this ball forward. We're gonna do some scap isolation just with holding the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can just reach your arms, okay? So we're holding that ball in the hands. The spine is stacked in a nice neutral position. We're gonna inhale and protract the scapula without moving the spine. So separating the space between the shoulder blades, and then just inhale, come back to neutral. Okay, I'm gonna fix that breath pattern because we don't wanna do 2 inhales. So we're gonna inhale and reach, and then exhale, just come back to neutral here, okay? And again, so inhale, I'm protracting. I'm gently pressing into that ball a little bit just to give me some feedback. And one more time, inhale, I'm protracting. And exhale, I'm gonna come back to neutral here. Now I'm going to retract. So I'm bringing my shoulder blades closer together on my back without losing the connection to my spine. And then I'm just gonna come back to neutral. And again, so the whole idea here is to emphasize that neutral position. So every time we move back, we come back to neutral, okay? One more time like that, inhaling. Exhale, we just come back to neutral right here. I'm gonna take the ball and just put it between the knees here. I'm gonna reach the arms up and then circle around just to get those shoulder blades and the shoulders nice and mobile here. Here, I'm not moving my spine. I'm inhaling big as I reach my arms up. Also, I'm allowing my scapula to lift up as I reach my arms up. So I'm not squeezing them down as I lift my arms up. I'm allowing them to come up a little bit, right? Let's reverse that. So that's really just that natural flow of movement that we want happening. We want the scapula to move along with our arms. We're going to do one more here. Inhale up and exhale, come all the way down. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay down onto the mat here. Just going to put the ball over to the side. Yep. So hip distance apart is good with the feet. Nice and neutral with the pelvis. So hip bones and pubic bone, they're lying in the same plane. I've got that natural curve happening in my lower spine. My upper body is nice and relaxed here. So if you need a cushion under your head, you're going to use one here, okay? Especially if you feel tension in your neck and your upper body right here. So let's just do some pelvic rocking. We're going to rock the pelvis back so that the pubic bone comes up higher than the hip bones. And then we're going to take it into an anterior pelvic tilt. So we're going to drop the pubic bone down, let the hip bones come up. Going back and forth between those 2 points, right? So everyone's going to have a different range of motion here. So don't feel like you have to go really super big. Just go within your own range of motion, okay? That's what's important about all of our exercises. Really, it's not how big you can go. It's that you're moving within a good functional movement pattern for you. We're going to keep going like this, and then we're going to find some place in between those 2 points. So your sacrum here should feel pretty heavy, right? And again, your hip bones and your pubic bone approximately the same plane. There's your neutral. All right, so we're going to reach those arms up towards the ceiling here. We're going to take this up for hip roll. So I'm going to rock my pelvis back, and then I'm going to roll up, pressing into my feet. Energy out through the knees here. I'm going to hold, inhale. And exhale, I'm going to soften through the chest and rib cage as I roll down. So moving through the spine right now. So just articulating. And again, I'm going to rock back into that imprint first and then peel the spine off. Energy out through the knees. I'm looking for a nice diagonal line from my knees to my shoulder joint. I'm going to hold, inhale here, and exhale and roll down. So the important aspect of this is that we control the roll up. Right, and also that we control that roll down as well, okay? Really important, that's working the segmental control of your spine. So segment by segment, right? Because we have a whole bunch of vertebrae back there. So we're working segment by segment on the way up, peeling it off, and then segment by segment on the way down. And rolling down. A lot of times when we have injuries in particular segments. It's not like the whole back, right? So really important that we're working through that. Okay, so we're going to take this into spinal rotation. This is a little bit more of an advanced spinal rotation. So we're going to go to imprint, and we're going to lift the right leg, then the left leg to tabletop. Let's take those arms out to the side so palms can face down. Palms can also face up. That's going to help to open the shoulder girdle a little bit. And what we're going to do is take an inhale, and we're going to let our feet and our knees shift over to the right, keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. All right? And then we're going to exhale to come back to center here. We're going to do the other side. So inhaling, knees and feet stay aligned with each other. We're rotating the spine here, not the femur, and we're going to exhale to return, okay? And again, so we're going to inhale over to the right, and exhale, come back to center, and inhale over to the left, keeping my upper body tension-free here, and exhale back to center. Actually feels pretty good on my sacrum, right? Because we're massaging that the fascia and the muscles surrounding your pelvis on the back. We're going to do one more here. Inhale, great way to warm up. And exhale back to center. And then the feet come down. So lots of different ways we can warm up with rotation for sure. Let's take this into our ab prep. So we're going to use the ball, put it between the knees here. And making sure my feet aren't too tight into my pelvis here. Just a nice kind of relaxed knee bend. I'm looking straight up at the ceiling. I'm going to start with that small head nod, keeping this position stable. I'm going to flex my spine so my abs flex my spine up and off the mat. The distance between my chin and my chest stays the same here.
I'm allowing for a little bit of elevation and protraction, keeping my pelvis in neutral. Hold inhale here and exhale to come down. I'm going to inhale, just nod the chin. As I come up, I'm going to squeeze into that ball. Okay, just recruit those inner thighs to help fire up the core. I'm going to hold inhale and exhale to come down. Let's do 3 more like that. So inhale, I'm going to nod the chin, keeping my neck open, right? I'm going to hold inhale and exhale to come down. So you should feel your abs bringing you up, not pulling up by your neck. So this is going to stabilize the head nod. Then it's your abs, right? There we go. Squeezing into that ball. We hold inhale and exhale, come down. We have 1 more. Let's nod the chin as we inhale. Exhale to come up. Hold inhale here and exhale to lengthen down again. Woo, I already feel my inner thighs firing. Holy cow. Let's take that ball. We're going to bring it up. Let's warm up on our stomach. So that's also called the prone position. So hip distance apart, my knees are pointing down towards the floor. Okay, arms are going to come right down by the side here, hands by shoulders. I'm reaching through the crown of my head. We're going to do breaststroke prep number 1. So I'm going to take an inhale here, engaging my glutes. I'm going to exhale and just lift my chest up. I'm not hyperextending my neck though. I have no wrinkles in the back of my neck. I'm going to engage my glutes and keep pressing my hips down into the mat. Hold inhale and exhale to come down. All right. Again, so we're going to inhale here. Exhale, just lifting the chest, keeping the lowest rib down, sliding the shoulders down and a little bit closer together on my back. I'm thinking no wrinkles in the back of the neck. I'm looking towards the top of my mat here. That should be enough, not looking at that wall. And then I bring it down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to come up. Hold inhale here. And exhale to come down. Let's just do 1 more like that. So inhaling, exhale, lengthen up. Scapula is stable. My head is following the line of my spine. And exhale to come down. Let's take the fingertips, place them under the forehead here. And we're going to do breaststroke prep number 3. So just hovering above the mat. So we're going to hold here. Inhale, slide the shoulders down slightly. Exhale to come up for a hover. We're working more mid-back muscles here than we are upper. We're going to hold inhale and exhale to come down because we're just hovering, right? Inhaling here, exhaling, stabilizing and setting your scapula, and then coming up, think of lengthening your spine. We're going to hold inhale and exhale to come down. Inhaling, we hold. Exhale, come up for that hover, keeping your feet down. Shoulders are relaxed but stable. And we come down. Let's do 1 more like that. So we inhale here. Exhale, come up and hover. Hold, inhale. Exhale to come down. Keeping that posterior chain super strong. That keeps us from falling forward. Let's take that back. Our shell stretch. In life, you know how we tend to go forward into flexion, right? As we walk, as we get older. Well, keep doing that. It helps to keep your back strong to resist our bodies from falling forward against gravity. So super good. Okay, so we're gonna start with some hundreds. Fun, wow. So if you don't have a ball, just pretend that you have a ball. You're not gonna have anything to support your feet, but that's okay, right? So you're just kind of gonna mimic that you have a ball and you're gonna send your legs away and then bring it in. Okay, so we're gonna put the ball underneath the feet here, bring the legs all the way together and laying supine on the mat here. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, we're gonna flex forward, keeping the pelvis neutral here. So if you don't have a ball, you're definitely imprinting, okay? So we're gonna inhale for 5 counts, and then exhale, we're gonna send the ball away for 5 counts. 4, 5, inhale, bring it in, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, send it away, 2, 4, 5, and inhale in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, send it away, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 4, 5, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 4, 5. Oops, did I go back to 3? Holy cow. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, yes, I can count. And 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 4, 5, and 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 4, 5, and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, bring the ball in towards you, add a little bit of flexion. Upper body comes down. And let's just put the feet down on the mat, put the ball between the feet. We're gonna stretch the legs out. So our transition is gonna be a roll up. Arms reach overhead, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, nod the chin, come to your ab prep, imprint your spine, take it up, and then lengthen and stack. We're gonna hold the ball. We're gonna do a half roll back series, okay? So with this series, we're gonna be combining some leg work and also some rotation, okay? So we're gonna hold the ball in our hand. I like hip distance apart for those hip rolls because it helps you to move your pelvis on your femur a little bit better. So we're gonna start with just a regular half roll back here. So stack your bones to start holding the ball. Your arms are horizontal, knees have a slight bend, and then we're gonna round the spine forward, okay? So just for 4, we're gonna do this half roll back. So here I want you to really think of keeping your feet anchored down to the ground. Your soles of your feet don't have to be down, but your heels do, okay? So you're pushing your heels down. We're gonna roll halfway back. So keep pushing the heels down because we don't want those hip flexors firing here too much, okay? And then we come up and over. And just 3 more like that. So we roll back, inhale, come up and over. So remember to press your heels down here. And you'll feel your abs a little bit more if you do that as well. And one more time. And here, okay. So our arms were horizontal. This time we're gonna add a progression. You're gonna lift your arms up, closer to where your ears are, okay? So we're gonna inhale, exhale, roll back, right? You can let your arms lower just a little bit. No, we're not going all the way down here, okay? And then come up and over, making it a little bit more challenging. So rolling back, coming up and over, 2 more like that. We roll back, come up and over, and last one here, rolling back, inhale up and over. Here, lengthen and stack the spine. We're gonna start with the arms horizontal, just pressing gently into that ball. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, roll back, dropping the arms down. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. Just the upper spine, okay? Inhale back to center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Inhale, I come back to center. Exhale, I lower the arms and come up and over. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lengthen and stack, okay? So if you do reformer short box, this is twist with round back, okay? So starting with the arms up, exhale, we roll back, drop the arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we rotate to the left. So just twisting the spine, keeping both sides of your pelvis even. Inhale back to center, keeping your head right between your arms here. As you twist to the right, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower the arms first, then come over the top and reach towards your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, lengthen, stack the spine. Inhale, the arms reach. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more on each side, 2 more, right? 1 on each side. So we're gonna roll back, tucking the pelvis under. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, twist to the right, nice and slow. Feel those obliques. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower your arms. Then begin to flex up. Inhale, reach towards your feet. Exhale, lengthen, stack right here. Inhale, the arms lift. 1 more, starting to the left this time. And we roll back. I'm squeezing into that ball here. Inhale, my arms reach. Exhale, to the left, I twist. Inhale, so I'm really pulling my abs in as I rotate, yeah? Inhale, back to center. Exhale, my arms come down, come up and over, reach towards my feet. Lengthen and stack, and arms reach. Okay,
So shake out those legs, especially if you feel your hip flexors gripping a little bit. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to do some obliques a little bit more, but we're going to do like a single leg. So one knee is going to be extended out straight on the mat. So let's do the right leg, and then the left leg is going to be bent. Right, we're going to reach the arms straight out here, right? First thing we're going to do is pull that ball in towards the chest and put the hands on top right here. And we're going to roll back. And as we roll back, we're going to twist towards that left knee. All right, so twisting towards that left knee. And then we're going to come back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. We have 5 more. Exhale, twisting towards that knee, keeping your spine nice and rounded. 4, inhale back to center. And 3, and 2, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, pressing gently with that ball, and then coming up and stacking. Reach the arms out, stretch both legs out, bend that right knee in. Inhale, let's bring the ball in towards the chest, pressing gently. If you don't have a ball, you're here, okay? So we're gonna exhale, roll back and twist, right, towards the right. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, pulling those abs in and twisting. Inhale back to center. And again, we twist. You wanna try really hard not to rotate the pelvis here, okay? That's staying nice and stable. We have exhale 4, pressing into that ball. And 3, exhale 2, and 1 more. Hopefully you're feeling those obliques, right? External obliques on this side, and lengthen back up again. All right, we're gonna do roll up. So let's put the ball underneath the feet. If you don't have a ball, you're just gonna be dragging your feet up on the mat like that, okay? So you're gonna extend those legs out. So the ball is gonna be just above the heel so that you can get a good roll, okay? Squeeze the knees together here, reach the arms overhead. We're gonna inhale, reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, nod the chin. As you roll up, you're gonna bend your knees. And then as you come up, you're gonna straighten your legs out here, okay? And then we're gonna inhale, bend the knees up and roll through the lower back. As you come down, you're gonna straighten the legs out, okay? Inhale, we reach. Exhale, ab prep, bend the knees in, and then straighten the legs out here. All right, so if you have one side of your body that's tighter than the other, you're gonna feel your body kind of going, your legs are gonna be going over to one side. Inhale, the arms reach, nodding the chin, bending the knees. So try and really keep that ball straight in line, okay? So that's your challenge. And stretch those legs out here. We're gonna do 4 more. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, nod the chin, pull those knees in, and then straighten the legs here. Inhale to bend the knees. Exhale, we roll through. See, I'm going a little bit to my right with my legs. Inhale, I reach, nod the chin. Exhale, bending the knees up. I'm really working at not letting my legs go off to the side, especially as I roll down. Got to keep my feet connected here. Woo! And we have 2 more. Nod the chin, roll up, bend those knees, and reach. Inhale, bend the knees here. Control that roll down. What's hard is keeping that connection with the back of the legs as you roll down, in case you haven't noticed. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, nod the chin, roll up. This is our last one. Let's stretch those knees out. Woo. And that's that. Okay. So we're gonna do 1 leg circle. Okay, with that 1 leg circle, we have a couple of options here, okay? So we're gonna start with the right leg. So put that ball in between your calf and your thigh. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. We're gonna stretch that other leg out, okay? So here, if you find some pulling through your left hip, you can bend that left leg a little bit. Keep your foot flat down onto the mat though, okay? So a next progression up from there is to imprint the spine a little bit, and then we're gonna reach
that left leg onto a diagonal. Okay, arms are going to come right down by the side. So that's a progression. Okay, we're going to take that right knee, cross the midline, and then circle around. Okay, we're going to do 4 more like that. So cross the midline in and circle around. So the challenge with this one is not to move your pelvis and spine. Also try not to tense up your upper body. We have 1 more like that. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to reverse that for 5. Okay, so put your foot down if that's too challenging for you. Okay, so cross. So we're taking it away from the body, cross the midline and bring it in. Yeah, we're doing 4 more. Inhaling and exhaling. And 3 more like that. Woo. And 2. And 1 more. Yep, right here. Let's bring that foot down. Woo, slide it up. We're going to switch legs. Okay, so taking that ball, placing it underneath opposite leg. Your leg can be straight and down on the mat. It can be bent right here, or for more progression, right here. Okay, so we're going to inhale, crossing the midline with that left knee, and exhale, circle around and then back. All right, and inhale, and then exhale, take it around. So I want you to think about 4 points on your back, both of your scapula and 2 sides of your pelvis, okay? All that weight should be nice and even. And we have 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, and 1 more. Woo! You feeling this? Let's reverse it. So away from the body, cross the midline and bring it in. And again, away from the midline. So we use that ball to help recruit hamstrings and keep us out of our hip flexors a little bit, right? Last one here. Woo! Let's put that foot down, get rid of that ball. Awesome. All right, so let's stretch those legs out, right? Engage the glutes here. Shake them out a little bit. We've been doing lots of work here with those hip flexors, for sure. All right, so let's bend those knees up. Let's do a little bit of a shoulder bridge, so just picking it up. Think of opening the front of the hips here. Really squeeze those glutes and then placing the hips down. I'm just going to do a couple more. I'm just having you open your hips here. And up and then down. Now let's put the feet in a frog position, so heels together, toes apart. Let the knees come out to the side and lift up and squeeze and then come down. We'll do 1 more like that. Push into the heels and squeeze and then come down. All right, let's stretch those legs out again. Shake those legs out. Let's lift those arms up. We're going to roll up for our transition. Inhale and exhale, nodding the chin, rolling up here. We're going to do spine twist, and with that spine twist, we're going to use the ball between the feet here. Okay, so if you can't sit in neutral with your pelvis or vertical on top of your sit bones, you're going to bend your knees up a little bit, okay? Otherwise, your legs are straight. So we're going to reach the arms out, and we're going to twist to the right. We're going to do 3 pulses, and I want you to squeeze for 3, right? So we're using the inner thigh, squeezing that ball 3 times with each pulse, and then release as we come back to center. Okay, let's do that same side again. So we're squeezing into that ball, release a little, squeeze, right? So 3 pulses, and then we come back to center, okay? And we squeeze as we twist, and squeeze 2 more times, and then come back to center. Okay, so we're 3 pulses, and twist, 2, 3, and come back to center. And again, and 1, 2, 3. So that's working your anterior oblique system. So your inner thighs, your obliques, right? And your fascia in the front of your torso. And squeeze. 2, 3. Inhale and reach. And squeeze. 2, 3. And last one here. And squeeze. 2 and 3. Inhale here. Exhale. Done that. Okay. So we're going to take this into our ab series, okay? We're going to use the ball behind our backs, our thoracic spine for this. So just right back here like that. So if you're having a hard time maintaining your imprint here, you're going to scoot that ball up more towards your cervical spine. Okay, so it's harder if you're down here to hold your imprint. Okay, so you're kind of going to have to play around with where that ball is on your back. Okay, so the whole idea here is the ball is going to help with the flexion of your spine. Okay, so we're going to inhale here. Make sure you got that imprint going. Okay, and then we're going to lift the right leg to tabletop and the left leg lifts to tabletop. Hands are on the outsides of the knees here. This is really helpful for those of us who have a flat spine. Okay, also great to help take the neck tension away. So we're going to stretch that left leg out, all right? And then we're going to inhale, switch, exhale, reach, and reach. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. And I'm keeping this shape through my spine, so I'm not just letting my body relax onto that ball. I'm actually lifting myself off the ball, right? I'm trying to not use the ball so much for support, all right? And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees come in. We're going to do double leg stretch here. So hands right here at the knees. We're going to exhale, extend arms and legs, and inhale, we circle around. And again, exhale and reach. Inhale and circle. So don't feel like you have to go super low on a diagonal with your legs. You can go up higher, up towards the ceiling like so, right? And circle around. Or here, right? And circle. It depends on you and how you can stabilize your spine, okay? So if you need a little bit of help, your feet are gonna reach up towards the ceiling a little bit more. We have 3 and 2. Yeah, and last one, exhale here, and circle, hold. We're gonna extend those legs up towards the ceiling for our scissors, okay? So we're gonna reach the left leg down, right leg comes in towards the midline, in towards your body, double pulse here, inhale, switch, double pulse, right? So we're thinking of opposing forces with the legs, in towards me, away from me, maintaining that C curve, keeping my imprint, and I'm not using my arms to hold me up here, right? They're just there as a guide for 4 and 3. Make sure you're breathing, okay? And 2 and 1. Both legs come up here, bend the knees, feet come down, and roll it up right here. There's your ab series. Okay, so we're gonna do rolling like a ball, okay? A lot of times we do rolling like a ball before the ab series, but I kind of wanted to save it for after, okay? So I think it feels really nice on the spine. So we're gonna take the ball here. If you have one, you're gonna put it in between your knees. Both legs are together. Rock your pelvis back so that you're balancing between your sacrum and your sit bones here. Your feet are just hovering above the ground, just ever so slightly. And hands are here on the outsides of your thighs, okay? So we're just gonna start with a prep here. So you're gonna deepen your flexion and let your body come away from your legs and then come back up again. So your legs are staying still in space, okay? And we're gonna exhale and just deepen that flexion and inhale and come back up again, okay? Let's do 3 more like that. Exhale, we're just deepening the flexion through the spine here. So think belly button, down, and then coming back up again. 3 more, and deepen, and coming back up, and 2. Woo, and 1 more here. Okay, and then just coming up. Okay, so for the rolling like a ball, we initiate the rolling like a ball with what we just did. With the prep, we're gonna roll back and then roll back forward again. Okay, so let's give that a whirl. So we're gonna inhale, deepen the flexion, roll, and then exhale, roll back up to that same starting position, okay? So keeping your spine in that C curve, look at your knees, right? So carefully don't look up at the ceiling. Try and keep that ball shape the whole time. So look at the knees. You want to keep your neck open, but you want to have that head nod happening, okay? We're going to do 4 more like that. 4 and 3. Right, so if you have one side of your spine that's shorter, you're gonna find you're gonna be rolling towards one side of your mat. Last one here. Roll back and come all the way up. Whew. All right, what do we have next? Shoulder bridge. Okay, so we're gonna roll down onto our back. So we've been doing a lot of flexion with our spine over the last little bit. So now we're gonna focus on keeping the spine neutral. Okay, with our shoulder bridge, we're gonna take the ball and put it underneath the right foot right here. If you don't have a ball, what you can do is just go up onto the ball of your foot, okay? That'll do kind of the same thing for you. So, yeah, so you're not gonna be pushing all of your weight onto that ball, okay? The ball is really just there for a little bit of balance. Most of your weight here is gonna be in your left heel, okay? So we're gonna inhale here, prepare, keeping your pelvis level. You're just gonna pick your hips up into a shoulder bridge. All right, hold, and then drop that pelvis down. Well, not dropping it, but controlling it down, right? And again, so exhale to lift, and inhale to lower. And really think about that left heel pushing up, and then coming down, keeping both sides of your pelvis even. And so the space between your hips and your ribs should be the same on each side of your spine. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more like that. And lift up, and then come down, and 2 more, and push and lift. Yep, and here we go, last one, taking it up, and then bringing it down. Now we're gonna take it up, and we're just gonna hover, just hovering, right? So this is very similar to hip lift on the reformer, okay? Where you're just hovering a couple of inches above the mat, you're in neutral. We're gonna send that right leg away and then bend and bring it in, okay? So sending that leg away, bend and bring it in. And again, so we're just hovering, trying to stay neutral here. And 4, and 3, and 2, woo, and just 1 more here. Bring it in, pelvis comes down, let's switch feet, okay? So underneath the left foot with the ball, the right heel, the right glute is gonna be leading the way here, okay? Pelvis stays very stable and centered. We're gonna inhale here, prepare, exhale, just push the hips up, staying very level, making sure you're not dropping on one side, and then bringing it down, okay? Exhale, and we lift. Upper body is tension-free, and exhale and lift. Make sure you're not pressing too hard into that ball. It's really just there for stability. And again, 4, inhale to come down, and exhale, 3, pushing in with the right heel. You could even let your toes lift off a little bit. We're really trying to get that heel glute connection here. And last one here. Okay, so let's get ready for that hip lift. So we're just gonna lift just about 1 inch, but make sure you didn't tuck here, okay? We're not mobilizing, we're just stabilizing. So here we're gonna stretch that leg out and then pull in. And again, exhale, inhale, we pull that leg in. And again, reaching. So feeling those glutes, hopefully, engage. 4 more. Shoulders are nice and relaxed here. 3, and 2, and 1. Yay. Foot comes in, inhale, exhale, hips come down. All right. Hopefully you felt your glutes fire up with that, right? Let's take the ball in the hands, stretch the legs out. We're going to transition with a roll up, okay? So when we transition, we always want to make sure we have good form too, right? So we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. We're nodding the chin, and we're rolling up nice and easy with control. And then we lengthen and stack to neutral, okay? So we're going to take this into our leg pull front prep exercises. I love these in case you haven't noticed. So we have 2 different series that we're going to do with this. The first one is just bilateral, so both knees at the same time. We're going to put the ball between the knees, okay? And we're going to curl those toes under. Knees are underneath the hip joint, hands underneath the shoulder joint.
Finding your neutral position here. No wrinkles in the back of the neck, and watch you don't drop your head and let your scat go. That's what that looks like, okay? You wanna make sure you're nice and connected through your whole spine. So shimmy your legs so that you've got a good inner thigh connection with that ball, okay? So we're gonna inhale, hold here. When you lift up your knees, you're gonna squeeze into the ball first and lift the knees up and hover. Hold, inhale, and exhale to come down, okay? So we have that, making sure those elbows aren't hyperextended here. So your elbows shouldn't be pointing forward. The inside of your elbows, they should be pointing to the side this way, each other. So inhale, hold, exhale, squeeze in the ball, pick the hips up, the knees. The hips are coming up though. Hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze in that ball, pick the hips up, hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. Okay, let's do a couple more so we get a total of 5 here. So we inhale, exhale, squeeze in the ball, pick it up, hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. All right, and again, inhaling, exhale, and we pick it up, hold, inhale, and exhale to come down. All right, so we're gonna change that up a little bit, okay? So what we're gonna do is put the ball underneath the right foot, okay, with this one? So if you don't have a ball, you're just gonna have to use the top of your toe right here, okay? So ball like so, okay? Your knees are in line with each other. You're curling your left toes down, okay? So hands are right underneath the shoulder joint. Let's just start with the pickup so you can feel it. So inhale, hold here, exhale, just pick those knees up. Yeah, you feel that? So you still have to stabilize your pelvis, don't let it rotate. And then come down, okay? We're gonna do one more like that just so you can feel that. Inhale, exhale, just pick up the knees, hold, inhale, and exhale to come down, okay? So if that feels pretty doable, we're gonna add a leg extension here, okay? If it doesn't, you can keep your knee down and do the leg extension, okay? It definitely works still. So we're gonna do 4. So we're gonna inhale, hold, exhale, pick the knees up, okay? Inhale, send that leg out, and then bend and bring it in. So you're not moving your spine here for 3 more. Inhale, bring it in, 2, and 1. Bring it in, knee comes down. Woo! Not bad, right? Let's take that ball and put it underneath the other foot. I'm gonna curl my right toe under. I'm gonna hold here, inhale. I'm gonna exhale, just pick the knees up. I'm just testing this out here. Inhale, hold, exhale to come down, okay? Let's do one more like that. So we inhale, exhale, let's pick that knee up. Hold, inhale, exhale to come down. Okay, so this time we're gonna add that leg extension, okay? So with that leg extension, we're trying not to let the pelvis rotate, trying to stay very neutral, okay? So here we go. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, pick up the knees. Inhale, extend that left leg. Exhale, bend and bring it in. And again, and extend, spine's not moving here, and bring it in. So you're just hovering with that right knee, just slightly above the mat. We only have 1 more. Woo! Reach, bring it in, and we come all the way down. Whoa, hopefully that felt good. All right, so we're gonna take this over to our side series, okay? So with the side series, we're gonna do a side bend. So not really gonna be using the ball for that one. So we're gonna go to that side position on our hip. We're gonna cross the ankles, okay? So your left leg is just down on the mat, okay? The right leg is up and it's flexed. And your hand is in line close to your, in between your hip joint and your knee. So you gotta bring your hand a little bit closer to the front of the mat. Here it's important though, that we're not collapsing into and having a starting position that's here. You wanna push away, bring those knees in a little bit, and you're trying to stay in a line, belly button, sternum, neck and head, okay? Turn the palm to face up. So what you have to do is drop this hip down. If you're hiked up, you're gonna be in lateral flexion to start, okay? So we wanna hike that, drop this hip down here. Palm faces up, you ready? So we're gonna inhale, this is the prep. We're gonna come up onto that left knee. And exhale, just onto that knee. Yep, and then bring it down, okay? Back to that starting position, making sure you don't collapse. We're gonna do 3 more like that. So coming up onto the knee, laterally flex the spine, and then coming down. So let's do the breath pattern. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, so nice big inhale in through your nose, up, and then exhale down. And we have 1 more like that. And up. So we're trying to create a nice rainbow shape with the spine with that, okay? But a lot of work for your scapula. So next we're gonna do the full. So up on our feet. We're not gonna go on our knee this time, but that's up to you. It's a progression, okay? So feel free to stay on your knee, okay? If it doesn't feel good to come all the way up, because that feet and hand position can be hard to balance, okay? So this time I'm gonna slide my hand back so it's in line with my hip joint, okay? So I'm gonna inhale, come up, stretch my feet out and lift my hips up towards the ceiling. I'm pushing away with this arm, and then I'm gonna bend my knees and come down. Okay, so I'm really just balancing on this hip here. So as I come up, I'm lifting my hips up towards the ceiling. So here we go. Inhale, hips lift, rounding the spine. I'm pushing away here, and exhale, bend the knees and come in, okay? And again, inhale, inner thighs and glutes work here too, right? Nice side bend position. And 1 more, and up. So you should feel that left shoulder, those muscles surrounding your shoulders working for sure with that, okay? Let's do the other side. Those are challenging, right? I think so. Yeah, whatever I say. So sitting here, we're gonna cross the ankles and making sure the hand is in between the knee and the hip here, right? We're starting in that kind of neutral position, right? This way, both sides of the spine are nice and even. Palm is facing up. We're gonna come up onto the knee for 4. So here we go, pressing away. So definitely normal to feel like you have more mobility on one side than the other, or more lateral flexion. All right, so the closer your hand is in towards you, the more lateral flexion you're gonna get, okay? The further it is, the less. Last one here. All right, so we are definitely all different and have different degrees of lateral flexion, right? So let's scoot that hand back a little bit if you're coming all the way up, okay? Crossing those ankles, dropping this hip down, palm faces up. Inhale, press the legs, press into that arm, squeeze the inner thighs and glutes, and exhale to come back to that starting position. And again, inhale, we push away from the mat, lift the hips up towards the ceiling, make sure your head comes with you. Exhale to come down. 2 more like that. So inhale, push, take it over. Exhale, and we have 1 more. Here we go. Inhale, we come up. And exhale, come all the way down. Woo, that is a good one for sure. Okay, so we're gonna go onto our hands and knees again, because we're gonna do some push-ups, okay? So they're gonna feel great for sure. So you can be on your knees here, right? You can be on your knees with your hips slightly flexed. Okay, you can be on your knees with your hips in a neutral position here. You can be up on your toes, all right? So you're gonna pick which one works best for you. So what we don't wanna compromise is the shoulder girdle, right? So you don't wanna think of going down and dropping your head down and losing your scap stability, okay? Super important. So I'm gonna take this into a full plank position. Holding here, I'm not hyperextending my elbows. I'm squeezing my inner thighs together and my glutes, okay? So we're gonna inhale, bend the elbows. 1 time, bend again. 1 more time, exhale, press up. Okay, and we're gonna do 3 more like that. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, push. Notice I'm not going down very far. I'm only going as low as I can keep my scapula stable and my spine. 2, 3, and up. Please come down if you were. Take it back for a shell. So for this next one, I'm actually going to bring my elbows down by the side, okay, and emphasize a little bit more triceps with that. And I'm going to go on my knees. So pick whichever one works well for you. But remember, this isn't about how low you can get to the mat. It's about stabilizing your spine and your shoulder blades. So we're going to inhale, bend, 2, 3, exhale, press up, okay? We'll do 4 more like that. And 1, 2, 3, exhale and push. And 3 more. 1, 2, 3, exhale, push. So I'm trying really hard not to drop my head as I do this. 1 more time, okay? 1, 2, 3, and push. Take it back. Woo. Good shell stretch. That should feel really nice here. All right. And we're going to end with a couple of planks, okay? Because planks are just such a great way to work your whole body without moving it, right? So we're working stability is what we're working. We're going to go onto the forearms and onto the knees, okay? It's going to be a little bit challenging, so go at your own pace. Think that if you lose your form, you're probably fatigued and done on that exercise, okay? So just going to hold for about 4 breaths here. So we're going to go onto the forearms. And we're going to drop the pelvis down so you're on your knees. All right, think of nice and wide across your scapula here. And we're just going to hold and breathe, okay? So we're going to hold and breathe for 4. Okay, we've already done 1 breath if you're holding it here with me. And 2, inhale, exhale. There's 3. And last 1, inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to extend the right leg here. Without moving the pelvis, lift and hold, all right? We're gonna lower and lift for 4, nice and easy, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot down, bend the knee. Let's stretch out the other leg. Yep, and then we lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and 1 more. Awesome. Bend the knees. Let's press back for a good shell stretch. So rounding the spine. Woo. Nice and easy with that, nothing too crazy. So let's roll over onto our side. We're going to do spinal rotation just to help warm down and bring some mobility to the thoracic spine, okay? So laying all the way down on your mat, hips are flexed, knees are flexed. You're going to reach that top arm up. Inhale, exhale, twist. So I'm really opening up through my chest. I'm allowing that hip to come with me a little bit, but I'm squeezing my knees together. So I'm inhaling to hold. And then big exhale to bring it around. All right, and do 1 more like that. Inhale, that top arm reaches. Exhale, I'm gonna just take it right here and hold it. Take a nice big breath into my rib cage, and I'm gonna stay here for 1 extra breath. 1 more big breath in. And exhale, contract the abdominals and bring it around. We'll just do the other side. I like that to test out my body and see how much I've mobilized and increased my mobility after doing that workout. And I always feel it and tell with this rotation exercise. So inhale, that top arm reaches. Exhale, I'm gonna twist. Yeah, feels good. Allowing that hip just to come with just a bit, but squeezing the inner thighs together. Hold, inhale here. And exhale to bring it around. And with this last one, we're going to hold it a little bit longer. Inhale the top arm. Exhale, twist. So 2 big breaths here. So inhaling and exhaling. Big breath here. And exhale and bring it around. And we're just going to do some hip flexor stretches, okay, and then we'll be done. Okay, so let's get into like a lunge position here. So a kneeling lunge. And let's start with that right leg. Right leg is going to be forward here. We want the hips square to the front, right, and try not to hike up on one side here. Okay, and then we're just going to bend that front knee and extend that back hip. So my body is staying straight up and down here. So I'm not leaning this way with my body. I'm also not arching my back this way. Okay, I'm just keeping it straight up and down. And I'm feeling the front of my hip open just by doing that, okay? I'm actually thinking of lengthening my spine. So I'm thinking of bringing that left hip up towards the ceiling and then bending my right knee, okay? I'm gonna reach my arms here up overhead, okay? And I'm gonna take it into a side bend, okay? So you should feel those hips open up a little bit more even, right? Hold for 4, 3, 2, and now I'm gonna add rotation. So I'm gonna open my chest up towards the ceiling, go deeper into that stretch. Now I'm really feeling my external obliques. Woo! And then I come back. Let's do the other side, okay? Really important that we're getting those hip stretches in, right? Especially if you guys have been doing more sitting. I know I have been doing a little bit more sitting than what I'm used to. So taking it into a lunge, right? So I'm not letting my body collapse this way. I'm also not arching this way. I'm trying to keep my rib cage over my pelvis still and bending this knee and extending my hip, okay? Just like so. So I'm already feeling some opening through my hip. Now we're gonna lift the arms up, right? I already feel more. Now I'm gonna take it into that side bend, okay? And that should give you more. You can deepen it by bending that left knee. And hold for 2 more breaths here. And now on this last breath, I'm gonna open my chest up towards the ceiling. So I'm twisting. And whew, I really feel that now through my hip, more than my obliques though. And I'm gonna bring it all the way up and then down. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that workout. I think it's Wednesday. I'm losing track, but happy Wednesday. Have a great day. I hope you get some cardio in there today, even if you're just going for a walk. But anyway, enjoy. Thanks for being here with me. I appreciate it. All of you guys. Bye-bye.